Welcome back to Let's Play Kanon, Standard Edition for the PC. The last episode, we saw Ayu again, but it's going to be the last time we'll see her in this storyline. So yeah, with further ado, we're going back to the school to see if Makoto is still there. What if we missed each other? Knowing her, she might still be waiting for me at school. I can't ignore that, the thought. Without hesitation, I turned right around and hurled myself back into the freezing wind. The school gates are silent. There's no one here. I begin to feel a distinct and uneasy sense of loss. There could be any number of innocent explanations. Maybe she's off playing by herself somewhere. Maybe she's just hiding to play a trick on me. But I have a bad feeling about this that's quite independent of my inability to grasp the situation. I can try to reassure myself, but it's an empty gesture. Makoto! I run. There, that's the only place I can think of. Just like last night. I begin to climb the gentle slope, trying not to slip on the wet ground. If she were beside me now, she would have tripped over and be flat on her face in the mud. Or up ahead, where the trees fin and finish, she'd be squatting down into the open and staring out into the distance. She's nothing but trouble. Even now, I'm wondering how best to scold her. I break out from the trees. She's not there. Makoto! 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 I call her name, and again, and a third time, but there's no reply. I know it's futile. Not merely because I can't see her. I can feel the place's emptiness, the lack of ears to hear me, and against that, I'm all too conscious of the inorganic darkness, a fearsome darkness that forbids me to draw near, through which I force my way, like one wading through a sea of crude oil. I push through the thickets, and then they tear back at my skin. Makoto! I continue to call out to the one I've lost, but to no avail. She isn't here. When I can no longer go on, I throw my cold body to the ground and lie there, trying to convince myself it's over. Makoto has disappeared. It's just as Amano said. Damn it, I keep skipping that. The miracle has extinguished the light. They should really just say all the lines at once, not even a slight second's pause, because then I'll accidentally press the enter button. Is how she would probably have finished that now. I stare at the ground, thinking of and regretting what's happened to Makoto. Was all this a fairy tale that some god permitted her to see? Was this how her last desire was granted? And if so, have I lived up to her expectations? Or to my obligations? Has her wish been fulfilled? No, surely there's more I could have done. I wanted to do so much more. As my body chills and starts to hurt, I accept that as punishment, as though it might make up for my failure. I resist the urge to collapse into unconsciousness, forcing myself to endure the pain. This is the reaction I get when I get home. One look in my face and Naoki is shrieking in alarm. She's referring to my hand, which she's gripping. I'm fine. Of course I don't. That's because I'm not. I left with her this morning and returned alone. Am I supposed to feel fine? That's right. Naoki still calls her that girl. It wouldn't kill you to call her something friendlier, you know. Snaps a part of me deep down. Disappeared. I say it without thinking. I wanted to imply it was her fault. I just wish I could push even a little of the blame onto someone else. Dude, don't do that. If I can't, I don't know how crazy I might go, consumed by self-hatred. I hate Naoki, I hate Akiku. Man, don't say that. But most of all, so horrible to admit, I hate myself. I didn't notice Akiko joining us. She must have come up behind us and had been listening in. But her concern, while kind, is irrelevant. Makoto is never coming back, and the only one who knows that is me. Makoto's room. It's just that she left it, a complete mess. But that's just the way she is. As is the fact that there's basically nothing here but manga. Except there's something else here. Something that doesn't fit. Chopsticks. Countless pairs of chopsticks mixed in with a general mess of manga. Practically all of them being broken. Realizing immediately what they signify and stunned by it, I sink to my knees. All that time she spent locked away in here alone. She was practicing how to hold chopsticks. Time and time again, she must have separated a pair angrily, only for them to fall from her hands. Must have been the same when she tried to brush her teeth. Time and time again, trying over and over. Fighting desperately against her own dehumanization. But it was all in vain. She didn't even tell anyone she was trying. The only person who knows what she must have gone through is me. Here, now. I can't bear to tidy it up, so I just gently close the door on the scene. Praying, as I do so, that the room will empty itself in my absence. Like no one had ever been there in the first place. We've all woken in the early hours of the morning by a slam, reverberating throughout the house. The front door, we head for the hall as one. And there she is, Makoto! Her face flushing bright red, she entrusts her frozen body to me. Do you have any idea how worried we've been? Piro? I see. Okay. Leave the rest to us. You go get some rest, okay? She says no more, but closes her eyes at once, becoming a dead weight in my arms. Murmurs Akiko, her hand on the girl's forehead. I spend the next while by her side. I quickly lose count of the number of times I press a cool damp towel to her scorching forehead. From time to time, her eyes open a crack and seek my face, as though she's only half asleep. And she calls my name, and I reply. I'm right here, Makoto, is what I say. And she seems to be reassured and drifts off again into her dreams. The clock fills the room with sound. It's loud, too loud, as though someone's turned the volume up. If you even can adjust the volume on a clock's hands, I honestly can't remember. It's so long till morning. The night feels as though it's going to continue forever. But with my mind as sluggish as the sediments that filter through a swamp, it doesn't drag or feel tedious. I feel like part of the furniture. Why, The bookshelf behind me might suddenly burst into conversation at any moment. The ticking of the clock grows a little quieter. Yes, as soon as I thought that, it'd get louder again. Shut up out there, I'm recording! Next time then, I guess, because of damn interruptions. See you next time.